It's not surprising that many people are afraid of the ocean. It's vast, the deep waters can be really intimidating to people that don't know how to swim, or just because it's black and dark down there, you know what I mean? And the ocean's home to many unknown and mysterious phenomenon that can be unsettling for those who are unfamiliar with them, like SCPs. Today we'll be exploring some of the strangest and most terrifying anomalous aquatic creatures found within the SCP universe. From massive eel-like entities to predatory harbor tugboats, these anomalies are going to make you think twice about swimming in the deep water. Let's dive into my top 5 underwater SCPs. SCP-1128 is an aquatic predator that can be summoned by anyone who's been given a description of its appearance through either written or verbal means. By viewing a depiction of the entity, when someone is immersed in the water, they will disappear and reappear moments later, either in a panic state or as remains polluted with blood and debris. Those who reappear intact report being transported to a vast ocean and being chased by SCP-1128. The infection can be treated with Class C amnestics, and it seems to be the memory of the entity or descriptions of it that are required for its anomalous properties to take effect. SCP-1128 causes subjects to exhibit a general aversion to activities involving bodily immersion in water, and repeated exposure can cause subjects to develop hydrophobic tendencies. Mobile Containment Force Kappa 12 was assigned to intercept and redirect any water traffic that passes through the designated patrol area to keep unauthorized seafaring vessels out of the area where they could see the SCP. Next on our list, SCP-3000, a massive aquatic serpentine entity resembling a giant moray eel, has between 600 and 900 kilometers long. It's typically sedentary, like me, but can move quickly and catch prey. It's carnivorous, and it excretes a viscous dark gray substance through its skin as it consumes its prey, but the result of its digestion is really unknown. SCP-3000 is a cognitohazardous entity that causes severe mental alterations in those who observe it directly and are within a certain distance from it, including head pain, paranoia, fear, panic, and memory loss or alteration. It was discovered in 1971 after 2 Bangladeshi fishing boats and 15 fishermen went missing near the Indian coast. It was initially classified as Euclid, but is later reclassified as Thaumiel due to its ability to contain other anomalous objects. It's currently contained in a region of the Bay of Bengal and patrolled by Foundation naval vessels, and civilians are not allowed to explore or dive in the area. Any affected individuals are to be contained and quarantined indefinitely. The Foundation submarine Ermita monitors SCP-3000 and carries out something called the Aztec Protocol for containment. No known cure exists for the exposure to SCP-3000, and individuals stationed on that submarine are not allowed to leave the vessel except to carry out that Aztec Protocol. SCP-6426 is a sapient, hostile harbor tugboat that absorbs blood and uses it to create organic structures, including ocular organs that produce cognitohazardous patterns that hypnotize subjects, harpoon guns, cannons that fire barnacles that reanimate necrotized tissue. Undead, you know what I mean? It also has tendrils with mouths at the end that can bite into the spinal column of living organisms, turning them into SCP-6426-A instances, which experience brain death while their bodies undergo morphological changes and that can siphon blood from bitten organisms. When this occurs, it can convert boats into SCP-6426-B, which share some of its anomalous properties of 6426, but have some limitations. They're like baby boats that can do the same thing, but not quite as well, including being able to replicate certain organic structures or create instances of 6426-A and displaying a lesser degree of intelligence, so they're not quite as smart. SCP-6426 is contained in a chamber underneath an artificial lava tube and is paralyzed by a naval ram. If it is no longer paralyzed at any time, an automated system dispenses hardtack crackers and electrum into the chambers, which aid the containment process. They also have to inspect it and maintain it daily so it never gets out of hand. SCP-3934 is a species of anomalously created small plesiosaur reptiles that were sold as exotic pets or aquarium denizens for Marshall, Carter, and Dark LLP in the early 20th century. They're omnivorous and they grow to just about half the size of other plesiosaurs, which were pretty big but prehistoric ocean dinos. And they are highly social. Many buyers could not provide the specialized care or large habitats required for the animals, leading to most of them dying or being abandoned, which is so sad. Abandoned or wild-born instances can be found in bodies of fresh water, and reports of them have been linked to the Loch Ness Monster legend. A pod of 3934 instances is contained in Lake Bokang in Site 220's Parazoology Reserve. And any reports of uncontained instances are to be investigated by a special MTF group called Phi-2. If in live instances is recovered, it has to be brought to Site 220 for containment. And this is my favorite, y'all. SCP-835, a large coral-like mass of polyps that weighs several tons and is classified as a Keter-level anomaly. It's anchored to the location with large tentacles coated in sticky adhesive and has the ability to grow 50 pounds of mass every single day. The polyps are resistant to damage and required high-powered diamond drills to collect samples. SCP-835 is prone to aggressive behavior and requires suppression tactics to be implemented if it becomes hostile. It's to be contained in the open ocean and fed twice daily with its waste promptly collected. Staff are to maintain a distance of at least 5 meters from the anomaly and must use safety lines when working near it. Contact with SCP-835 will result in the recall of all staff and the implementation of suppression tactics. If a staff member is fully captured by SCP-835, it will be monitored until the subject is released. And when they say fully captured, they mean swallowed whole and attempted to be digested. They actually have a really cool addendum that goes through the details of one of the SCP Foundation personnel that got swallowed and goes through its digestive system and out its back end, if you know what I mean. It's a really cool read. You gotta check it out. But along with this digestion, it emits a mass of semi-digested solids in fecal matter and semen several times a day, and they contain viruses, bacteria, parasites, bacterium 83515, whichever that is. It's probably pretty bad, and it poses a major containment concern. Between all that rot and bacterium and stuff that it spews out and its really hard shell, it's very difficult to neutralize. So, are you ready to go swimming now? I didn't think so. Guys, this was a really fun top 5 to do. Let me know in the comments what other top 5s you'd like to see or reaction videos. I always love to see your comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one.